Breaking news! The atmosphere is heating up behind the scenes in Pittsburgh, and I've got a few critical points to share with you today. We know this offseason has already delivered some major developments, and trust me, what I've just found out in the last few hours could shake the Steelers' 2025 season to its core. I'll walk you through all the juicy details, but before we dive in, make sure you've smashed that like button if you've been a Steelers fan for more than 15 years. It's always heartwarming to see fans of every generation showing their black and gold pride. And if you're one of them, drop a comment saying, "Go Steelers, my heart bleeds black and gold." Now let's get into it. Steelers Nation history was made today. Aaron Rodgers, yes, the four-time NFL MVP, has officially taken the field for the first time in black and gold at Pittsburgh's mandatory minicamp. That alone is a seismic shift for this franchise, but it's everything surrounding Rodgers' arrival and demeanor that truly paints a picture of transformation at the heart of this team. Rodgers showed up after recently attending Cam Hayward's charity golf event, where he mingled with Steelers old and new. And while that might sound like just another off-season event, let's not miss the signal within the noise. Rodgers isn't just here to collect a paycheck or coast on past accomplishments. This man showed up to the UPMC facility, addressed the team directly, and declared he's all in. He wants to help bring a 7th Lombardi trophy to Pittsburgh. That's not just lip service. That's a legacy play. But let's talk details. Rodgers did not participate in team reps today, and that was intentional. He didn't receive Arthur Smith's playbook during the uncertainty of his signing window, so Mike Tomlin decided to hold off until Rodgers has fully digested the offensive scheme. This isn't a concern. This is a sign of precision. Tomlin is ensuring Rodgers is fully prepared before he takes the helm in any serious way.
And speaking of Tomlin, Rodgers made it abundantly clear. Tomlin is the reason he's in Pittsburgh. Rodgers has admired him for years, and their conversations, spanning months, cemented the bond. Rodgers said it himself, there were other teams in the mix, but this wasn't about just playing football. It was about finding the right coach, the right culture, and the right time. For him, that meant Pittsburgh or nothing. Now, why did it take so long for him to sign? Rodgers revealed he was dealing with significant personal matters. Multiple people close to him are battling cancer, and until he felt mentally and emotionally ready to commit, he stayed on the sidelines. It's a deeply human moment that adds context to his decision. When he said he didn't want to shortchange anyone, not the team, not the fans, not himself, it was clear he was being sincere. On a lighter, yet curious note, the helmet situation. Rodgers has used the same helmet for 2 decades, but due to updated NFL safety standards, it's no longer permitted. He's now adjusting to the Shed F7 Pro, and let's just say he's not thrilled about it. "I can't stand the helmet," he said, admitting that getting used to it will be a challenge. When asked if he's going to try another, his blunt answer, "Shit, I hope so." That's vintage Rodgers, and while humorous, it also signals that comfort and familiarity are being sacrificed in his transition. Another key highlight? His approach to mentorship. Rodgers didn't dodge the question, he embraced it. Rookie 6th-round quarterback Will Howard is already benefiting from Rodgers' presence. Rodgers found a seat right next to Howard in the offensive meeting room and committed to guiding him every step of the way. That's leadership. That's legacy building. Rodgers isn't here just to play. He's here to leave an imprint on this locker room. And if you're concerned about chemistry with the receiving core, don't be. Rodgers is already organizing a Malibu training trip with weapons like Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin III, DK Metcalf, Pat Freiermuth, and Darnell Washington. That's not just about throwing routes. That's about bonding, timing, and trust. He's crafting something special, and Malibu will be the forge. Oh, and by the way, Rodgers is married. Confirmed. That black ring we've seen? Not just for style, it's his wedding ring. He kept it quiet, as only Rodgers would, but it confirms a new phase in his personal life that perhaps explains the sense of peace and clarity he's exuding. Rodgers made it very clear. He didn't come back because he had to. He came back because he loves the game. He feels he can still play at an elite level, and there's nothing left to prove, only moments left to seize. And what about Mike Tomlin's take on bringing Rodgers aboard? Straight to the point. Read his resume, Tomlin said, but he wasn't caught up in the hype. He emphasized that no bold predictions would be made, just a commitment to hard work and letting their efforts speak. That's vintage Coach T, gritty, grounded, and determined. And frankly, that's exactly the kind of environment Rodgers needs. A disciplined, focused, no-nonsense culture. So here's the big question for all of you in Steelers Nation. What do you think of this new era? Rodgers under center, Tomlin on the sidelines, an elite defense, veteran leadership, and a chip on the shoulder that spans generations. Could this be the year the Steelers climb back to the pinnacle of the NFL? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you bought in, or are you waiting to see it on the field? If you're loving this kind of deep dive coverage and want every insider update from minicamp through training camp, make sure you're subscribed. But most importantly, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. There's more breaking news from inside Steelers camp, and the next part of this story will blow your mind. Ask me for part 2 when you're ready. Let's keep it rolling, Steelers Nation. If that first part got your heart racing, then buckle up, because the rest of this story has layers that could define how this team performs not just this season, but for years to come. So while all eyes are on Aaron Rodgers and the offensive transition, there's another situation brewing that could be just as consequential to the team's championship hopes. I'm talking about the man who defines this defense, TJ Watt. Day 1 of mandatory minicamp came and went, and one of the biggest storylines wasn't about who was on the field, but who wasn't. TJ Watt did not report, and while many fans were hoping this was just a one-day absence, reports indicate he won't be attending minicamp at all. Now, let's not panic. This isn't about commitment or conditioning. It's about business. Cold, hard negotiations. You see, this is familiar territory. We've been here before in 2021 when Watt held out during contract talks. And what happened? He exploded for one of the most dominant seasons ever seen from an edge rusher. 22.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 21 tackles for loss. So we know what kind of shape he stays in. This isn't about preparation, it's about leverage. And Watt has plenty of it. Make no mistake, he knows his value. He's arguably the best defensive player in the game. And with Aaron Rodgers now on board, the Steelers are positioned to contend. But not without TJ Watt. And he knows that too. That's why this standoff is happening now, because this is his moment to force the team's hand. Reports suggest he wants upwards of $40 million per season. That would be historic, but also in line with what he brings to the table: production, leadership, and game-breaking ability. Now, another angle to consider: TJ and his wife just had a baby. Naturally, that changes priorities. With no deal done, why fly into Pittsburgh and miss this early stage of fatherhood just to send a message that's already loud and clear? He's choosing family and focus over formality, and you've got to respect that. At the same time, Steelers brass seem to be taking their time. Why? It appears they're trying to sort out the wide receiver situation first. Before committing serious cap space to Watt, they want to know exactly what kind of money they'll need to bring in another wide out, whether that's via trade or free agency. It's a delicate balancing act between building an explosive offense and keeping the foundation of the defense intact. Speaking of wide receivers, let's talk rumors and realistic targets. Terry McLaurin, a popular name among fans, but don't hold your breath. Washington isn't looking to offload their WR1, especially not while developing a new QB in Jaden Daniels. That takes us to Romeo Dew. Now that is a name to watch. So here we are, Steelers Nation, on the brink of a season that feels electric with possibility. You've got a Hall of Fame QB motivated by love of the game, a defensive cornerstone fighting for his worth, a rookie lineman already earning starting reps, and a head coach who won't let any of it go to their heads. Are we witnessing the birth of a Super Bowl contender? Or will these off-field tensions and untested connections define the season? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, because we've got breaking news, analysis, and exclusive updates coming your way all off-season long. And who knows, next time you check in, we might have a new wide receiver in town. Stay locked in. Go Steelers!